Hey Ruba, Daphne here. Thank you for sending in your next essays. And I'm so sorry. I wasn't meaning to ask you negatively if you had any help. I thought your essays were excellent, and really was very, very impressed by your vocabulary. Tell me your IELTS story. When are you doing the exam? Have you done it before? I think you said you hadn't done it before. I can't remember. But tell me more in your next email. It's always good to know the background. And I'm really sorry if I've asked you that before. I was looking back on the email, but I couldn't find anything. Uh, so here we go, technology. This is a really interesting topic, and I think you've written a very good essay here as well. So experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether technology has a positive or negative impact on individuals' relations with each other. Good. That's a really, really nice start. Some believe it has increased intimacy among relatives. Personally, I strongly agree. Now, somebody, so your tenses are beautiful. I really like you've got the present tense here. It's a statement here, present perfect has increased intimacy. I'm just going to add something in here. Um, Intimacy and contact time. I tell you why. The word intimacy is. I mean, you know what it means, obviously, but intimacy can actually mean literally the closeness between a couple. Um, so if we put contact time as well, that shows the examiner you've chosen that word, but you also do know what it means. You're paraphrasing yourself here. Among relatives, personally, I strongly agree. This essay will argue both sides using examples. Good, that's really nice. On the one hand, sociologists, good. I like that not just always experts or some people believe using technology constantly um, makes it harder for people to interact with each other in real life. Now, we've got technology here, we've got technology there, yeah, so, and we've got technology here, so we need to be a bit careful not to repeat the whole time. So, maybe here in the intro, you find another way around it. So, when we say whether, uh, one, whether, why don't we go accessibility, or maybe just use of mobile phones and other similar devices. Now, just to show your way around technology, here we can say something like using uh, internet-based technology. So just trying to diversify this as much as possible. The central reason behind this is that technology makes the individual feel relieved and calm in practice, where they lack this sense of feeling in public. So, exactly which technology does this? Yeah. So, constant mobile phone connectivity. Okay. So, do you see what I'm trying to do? Just trying to explain exactly which bit of technology is doing what. Okay. Uh, yes, I really like that. Yes. For example, recent studies have indicated that um, overuse of technology. So, why don't you use the word dependence? So, don't repeat the word technology. That this dependence or addiction, uh, this dependence, maybe you could say, comma, which may border on addiction. So, if it's bordering on something, it's very close to something. Uh, this dependence, which may border on addiction, makes people feel socially awkward and lonely. I think that's very true. Sadly, very true. Therefore, it's conclusively clear that technology, so again, let's try and find another word here, is more likely to let the individual's private sphere uh, significantly grow. Okay, why don't we change this slightly and also grow the uh, no, increase the importance of. We'd probably increase the importance of rather than grow, actually. Increase the importance of the individual's private sphere over the public one. So you'd come into here, increase the importance of the individual's private sphere over his public one. Yeah, or over the public one. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I think that's better than grow, it sounds better. On the other hand, social media has contributed to expanding you oh, you contribute to plus ing the circle of people's friends. There's I like adjectives. Let's use lots of adjectives. The wider circle of people's friends, where connect this together, where they can make friends virtually and in real time. This is largely because people can text everybody they know at night. Yes, it's awful. They know at any time. For example, if someone would like to chat with friends, you don't need to put his or her. Just go friends or family. We just use that the whole time. Friends or family. Friends or family late at night. They can easily IM or Snapchat them. Good. In addition, comma, people can meet up. Yes. You need to have meet up with, but that's a little bit informal. So I would say, in addition, why don't we go start with friends and family being the subject. Friends and family are constantly available, accessible, and reachable. They all mean the same thing, but it's quite nice to have 3 because it looks stylistically, it looks quite good. And you're showing you're the examiner. 1, 2, 3, fantastic adjectives. Okay, this is what's going to get you a really good mark on lexical resource. And because your vocabulary is obviously very good anyway, get top mark on that. So friends and family are constantly available, accessible, and reachable every day, and kept in touch through. So know all of their news simply is the same as kept in touch through WhatsApp or Facebook. Okay, really nice, well done. Consistent with this line of thinking is that technology makes people excited, easy to read or hear their counterparts' reviews on their posts. Good. On their posts, whether on Facebook or else blogs. Good. Therefore, social media is considered to be a tool that has increased. You can't extremely increase, but you can enormously increased. Or you could have enormously increased, or maybe better to put the adjective in here, powerful tool that has enormously increased the human. Yes, really, really nice. I don't think you'd have the human being. You just have human beings collective. Really good work. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that technology is a positive addition to people's social sphere. It is predicted that the increase that communication, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a really interesting conclusion. I like that. Doesn't really matter as long as we keep in touch. Good. Social sphere. You had that before. Social sphere somewhere. It was very good. Can't find it. But I think you had that before. So you could have social circle. Yeah, and just social circle is fine. Very nice. So let's just run through this. You've absolutely understood the question. So in terms of task achievement, you're answering the question very well and very fully. You're giving me your opinion, which is what you have to do. The paragraphs are running nice and smoothly. So this development of the argument is very important. You're doing that really nicely. The examples are good. They connect back to what you're saying. Well done. So just the only point on vocabulary is be careful you don't repeat yourself the whole time with technology. And some of these expressions you can just slightly modify them. to get them to a little just show off more vocabulary or a better style. But really, really nice, Ruba. Well done. Okay, the bar chart. Here we go. The bar chart. Tell me what kind of chart it is. A bar chart. The circle one is the pie chart, or the line graph is the other one. The bar chart demonstrates the percentage of shoes sold. You would need to change that round. Shoes sold. Shoes sold of two various colours in different countries in Europe. Hungary was the country that sold the largest portion of both types of shoes. Perfect. Good. For me, I like this here, but this is, I know Ben has it there. Some of us disagree with him. It doesn't matter. For me, I just like it there because it feels like an introduction. So overall, don't put roughly, it's too informal. There was no remarkable difference between the sales of black or brown leather in all countries except Belgium. Okay. I would go most countries because there are some differences that are quite dramatic, except Belgium, where connect this together, relative clause, don't use the punctuation. The selling of brown, or again, sales of, or the number of brown shoes sold was close to 0. I think it's about 5 actually, but whatever, close to 0. What about 100 pairs? Yes. Were vended, you can't. Sorry, it doesn't exist. But you can have purchased. Because remember, somebody's selling them and someone's buying them. So let's just turn that round. Poland and Germany. Okay. Poland and Germany saw, rather than had, saw a similar number of shoes sold. Yes, a similar number of overall to the total shoes sold. Germany saw a similar number of total shoe sales. I'm going to connect these sentences together, so take that out. Although the number the brown leather shoes sold almost twice the number of black. So we are comparing. This is what we have to do. Compare the numbers. Okay, so yeah, where that would go. You need to find some more details to put in here, don't you? Till almost twice black. Similarly, in let's go France. Similarly, in UK and Holland, UK, France, and Holland. I think you're going to say that here, aren't you? Hang on a minute. Okay, we're going to similarly put in France, Holland, and UK brown shoes outsold black. Now, well, I was just pausing because you're mentioning here that they're equal numbers, but they're not really equal. If you look here, that's not really equal, that's not really equal. You have to point out the differences. So you do need to make these distinctions, okay? In Italy, where's Italy? Yeah, I mean, it's similar, but it's not that similar. So I would say change it round onto black, okay? In Italy, black shoes were preferred to brown with a total. You need to give me some number here. Total of what have we got? Okay, 120,000 total of sold. And whereas this pattern was similar to, so find other countries where it's the same, black over brown, then you can contrast, whereas it's similar to this, the trend or the statistics for, now we're going to find someone that was different for, I don't want to use Belgium because you've got Belgium in a minute. So we've got, where are the, Italy, let's go for Belgium here. Okay. The statistics for Belgium were dramatically different, as the percentage between the two is significantly dramatically. Well, I'll take that out. So dramatic. Let's put it in there. Okay, as a percentage. Okay, so I've just tried to run this all through together. I hope that makes sense to you. Yeah, that's fine. Belgian people bought very few brown leather shoes, while the proportion of black was high. You can't have quite higher, but you could have high. Okay, so it could be you're not very familiar with doing these task ones. They require quite specific language, and you need to put some numbers in here. So don't use the numbers in the overall sentence. That's okay. But here, these two paragraphs, you need to give me a lot of numbers. You need to be going to, this was Germany, it was this number compared to that was that number. That's really, really important. I'm going to give you a link to the website page where you can find an example. And I think that will really help you check out some task ones and see what the style is, the pattern that you need for these. Okay, but otherwise, really good effort. Well done, Ruba.